battle with the game's unknown soldiers.
It has never been easy for an offensive lineman to achieve glory in the NFL. These men have literally been thrown together by their mutual anonymity and the thankless nature of their position.
Being an offensive lineman is a little bit like a mushroom. They keep you in the dark and they feed you. The point is that the guy doesn't get a lot of credit for the success of the team, or in a general sense, and so on and so on. But an offensive line, you don't see them usually being goodwill ambassadors either, because a guy might be as good as he is in the whole league and go out on a speaking engagement and nobody even knows who the guy is.
You accept your job description, you accept the lack of notoriety early when you become an offensive lineman. As an offensive line goes, so does the offense, and that's where the foundation of the team is built.
He's letting the momentum die on us. We should line up and go right now. You know what I'm saying? Old man Mo is on the outside.
99% of the people watching, they don't know an offensive lineman from a cheerleader. The only time they ever know about it is when the quarterback is sacked and John Madden or somebody draws up the figures on the chalkboard and says, look how this guy got beat.
If you're playing bad, the nation knows about it. All you got to do is get beat and let your quarterback get hurt. One play, you might play perfect 79 out of 80 times and have somebody come in and just kill it. But your quarterback, and you've had, that's a nightmare for you. That's the worst game you could have had because of that one play.
When you're laying there or whatever and you see him with a beat on the quarterback, you just kind of want to say, look out or something, but you can't, you want to say, oh, It's tough when you get beat for a sack, but it's just something that you realize it's going to happen every once in a while.
Yeah.
Can't you play? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes. To get somebody
No, I can
else.
get in there. I'll be there.
It frustrates you for a second. You get mad at yourself, I think. And then you just kind of have to try to figure out what you did wrong and then just block it out and go on to the next play, and you can't let it get you down.
Hey, don't let that drive you crazy. What happened to you?
I thought he was going to loop, and I
Set soft.
Hey,
that play's over now.
Yeah.
Invisible, it's a good description, but there are times when you do get publicized, holding penalties or something like that.
Hey, fellas, come here, lineman. Come here now. Will, come here. Hey, you got them just where you want them. They're ready to quit. We just run for 2 first downs, and we keep giving them a holding penalty. Now get in the game, man.
Did you hit anybody? When nobody's there to hit, look around. All right? Keep that head on swivel if ain't nobody there to hit, right?
The other part that you really have to be is you have to be tough. And toughness isn't what you might think of in terms of the snot bubbling out of a guy's nose and there's spit going somewhere and there's blood somewhere else and the helmet spun around the top of the head and all that sort of thing. It's a function of how much you can take, not how much you give out necessarily.
Every snap of the ball, they're hitting somebody. Constant smash face. I mean, that's all they do is just hit people. And so I would think that the hardest thing would be the toll that it takes on their body.
It's like getting into a car wreck 80 times a ball game. If you can just imagine putting yourself in a car and running into the wall at, let's say, 30 miles an hour, 80 times in a row with 30 seconds rest in between, then that's what it would be like.
Did the wrong play? Well, don't do that. Well, not like that.
I don't think I really hear anything but the things that I try to lock in on, like the quarterback's voice.
You take him.
Just the people around you. I don't really hear all the hitting or grunting or whatever. The sound is kind of what makes it really look intense, I think. But I don't really notice that when I'm out in the field.
It's all the pushing and shoving and driving and growling and hitting and all. And nobody sees it but your peers. There's only 7 or 8 guys in the world that really know how you played and one coach. And you play for acknowledgement from that little group, and they're your family, and that's all you got when you're in the pits. That's really how it is.
Only half seen in their small moments of triumph, offensive linemen exist in an intense world of diligence without reward, success without applause. They take great pride in making others famous, often sacrificing individual stardom for team achievement.
The fun part of it is when you win. And we enjoy a win just as much as the Anthony Carters and the Herschel Walkers of the world. I promise you, we enjoy it when we win.
I think we got him. All right, all right. Good news, good news.
It has been said that the only 2 people who recognize an offensive lineman are his mother and his quarterback. Still, in the world of pro football, these invisible men are the difference between winning and losing.